Hey everybody, it's your boy Todrick. Thank you so much for coming back to another week of Dance Moms Recap. This week, I got a special surprise for y'all. I have my good friend Miles J here with me.
Like my stereo.
Miles, thank you so much for coming.
So
I'm feeling this hair. You better work, looking like Katy Perry. If you don't know who Miles is, he is famous for the Like My Status video.
Like my status if you like iPhones. Hello?
Who this?
This Miles J. Who this?
Hey Miles J, this Todrick.
Oh, that crazy lady from Dance Mom, Abby Lee.
Ooh, girl, I done seen her. She be acting a fool.
Girl.
What she do?
Well, I heard that she was talking about some of them children dancers.
That's a mess.
It's a hot mess.
The hottest mess. Also this week, Nia and Mackenzie are doing a circus solo. Paige and Brooke are also doing a solo, and Chloe, of course, is doing a solo because she's at the top of the list. The group number is called Glam, and it's about zombies. And so, at the beginning of the episode this week, Abby came in with her face beat for the gods. She was beat, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was just all just
done. What's that face again? And she turned to Holly and was like,
Holly, you're not working anymore, so you're in charge of costumes.
And Holly was like,
Well, the group number?
and then Abby was like,
Yes. And don't procrastinate.
So apparently Abby Lee wanted some stubs under this chair for Paige's competition, but Kelly unfortunately was not able to put the stubs under the chair in time. So, of course, Abby Lee had a problem with that, and she was like, you need to get this fixed!
dropped the chair in the middle of the room. Paige started crying and got ready to leave, and so Kelly came down the stairs and was like,
I was gonna haven't done any instant now! Why are you taking this out on my daughters? I just hate everything! They're not gonna dance!
And then she went on to say,
I've been working on costumes while you were eating! Stop eating! That's why you're fat!
She was, heated.
let her have it. And so then she pulled her kids out of the routine, and in true Dance Moms form, the next day the kids came back and competed in the dance competition anyway, so I don't know why they keep leaving when they come back the next day.
Right, like, she should have been gone that day,
and not come back the next day. So they get to the competition. Paige and Brooke don't ride on the bus, and so Kelly's supposed to meet them there. She gets there late. Abby's kind of mad, but she just moves on. But while they're there, Maddie decides that she wants to talk to Abby, and she pulls her out and says that she wants to compete and do her numbers. So Abby lets her and submits her to perform. So Kelly has a huge problem with that, super upset about the fact that Maddie's even getting to perform. So she pulls her kids out and doesn't tell anybody. So they're on stage and they're like, number 106, Paige.
Left him hanging dry.
Just crickets everywhere. No one was there. Then they were like, number 107, Brooke. Nothing. Dead silence. It was so awkward. But then Chloe got out to perform and was so dope. Her routine was bomb. Fierce. But then Maddie hit the stage. It was one of the most epic performances because she was performing her routine. Halfway through the routine, the music just decides to remix. Just like, and Maddie kept performing like a boss. She just kept performing, and then she sat there at the end and was like, yes, I did that.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And she was awesome. It came time for the awards, and Chloe came in third place. Maddie came in second place. Mackenzie and Nia came in first place with their circus duet, which was the most adorable thing since the Muppet Babies. And the group number was awesome. And let me tell you, Holly killed with those costumes.
So what the Dance Moms did this time with costumes is they had the theme of zombies since their last performance was so dead. So now they were going to try to bring their performance back to life is what the interpretation was. So the Dance Moms were like, well, we're going to make this cute but looks fierce and dead at the same time. So they take like their little tutu outfits outside and they like grind it in some dirt and they like make it distressed and they cut it up and everything, and they had it working for them all.
And at the end,
Yeah, it was all put together. Even their makeup, like it was
they had
good.
their neck sliced and stuff. It was
Yeah.
by far the best costumes that they've ever had on the show, in my opinion. So kudos to you, Holly. You worked it out. And way to show Abby, because you know she was trying to set you up for failure. You did
Turned
your
it out.
thing. Anyway, this week's episode was so dope. I can't wait to find out what happens next week. I'm Todrick,
And I'm Miles.
and you're watching FYI.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace. One more thing. Like this video!
Subscribe to Dance Hall's channel. And please,
Do it now!